Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dimitri Johnson, and you're listening to MMALatestNews.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Right, I'm here with Mr. Danger, Mr. BADR Sport, Mr. Kane Mousah.
That's correct. How are you? Okay?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Bellator, tell me about it.
Well,
Next fight
is May 16th. We've got an opponent agreed. Obviously, the announcement's not out, so I can't say the name yet, but we will be on the May 16th card.
Yeah. Tell me the Bellator promotion. Not everything's UFC.
No.
Not anymore. You're thinking there's other promotions out there where it's not, the UFC isn't what it once was. Or do you still want to get there?
No, listen, UFC will always be the UFC. That's the fundamental reason why the sport's where it is at the present moment. But obviously in life and in business, there's always other businesses that come up with just as strong, if not stronger model than the originators. And for me, Bellator is such a strong model. We've got so much things that's happening in the future, so much future plans that I'm happy at Bellator, and I don't see no reason to ever leave Bellator.
Yeah, so your story's been told many times.
Yeah.
You were in gang culture, you turn your life around.
Yeah.
When I sort of see it as, I'm interviewing you, but I sort of see it as a person from Manchester, like you, Brendan, Lerone, like you were core, like you're sort of like a team, and you've all changed your life around for the better. I see the BADR Sport, and it is inspirational. Do you think you have that mindset now? You're not just a fighter, you are a role model. So people see you, people from where you used to live, or where you live now. So Kane Mousah that I can do.
Of course. Well, look, at the end of the day, I always say I'm no different to nobody. Anyone that's more successful or achieved more than myself in terms of accolades is no different to myself. All it is that I apply myself to what it is that I know that I'm good at, which was fighting, and then obviously off the back of fighting we had the other opportunities, which has been my clothing brand, which is BADR, and we've excelled in that lane as well. But that's just been through hard work, dedication, discipline, focus, and belief.
What's the mindset like? I listen to like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jay Shetty, the usual.
Yeah.
Do you listen to these type of mentors? What made you? What's your mindset? What made you change your mindset?
Well, listen. At the end of the day, sometimes over time, I feel like I've observed certain people who have been from the past life that I used to be involved in, and I just realised that that's not where I wanted to go. As I came out and found my feet again, I found that being positive and focusing on being successful in the right way, which is obviously doing it the right way, being legal, and that's just where I want to do it. And this avenue is just something where I feel like you have to work as hard as you can, depending on what you want as a person. And what I want as a person is to be someone who achieves a lot, which is then a gauge of success. And then off the back of success, I can help motivate and inspire other people.
So the Kane Mousah from 2013,
yeah,
to the Kane Mousah of 2020. So are they just completely different people?
Well, look, at the end of the day, I've always been a good person. I've never been a bad person. I might have got up to bad things, but I've never been a bad person. Never had a bad heart. I've always just been. I was a product of my environment. The person I am now is just somebody with more experience, someone who's a lot more aware of where he wants to be in life, and I understand where it is that I want to be. I understand what I need to do to get there, and I'm just somebody who's really focused and determined to get there. Obviously, I'm a father of 3 boys now as well, so that's something that's given me a little extra bit of motivation, a little bit of boost. And we've got such a great gym with such a great team with so many good people around me. As time's gone on, I've made sure that I get the right people around me, so that every day the conversations that I have are always positive. They're always about growth and elevation, and I don't tend to pick up the phone and have any negative phone calls anymore. And that's been based on my thought process on life and my energy, and I don't put myself around negative people, because I feel if I'm around negative energy, then that's something that's going to affect my life and my growth as well.
I agree. Your Instagram is fucking great, man.
Thank you.
If you're not in Thailand, you're in a Lamborghini. You're not in a Lamborghini with your kids.
Not my Lamborghini, but we're in a Lamborghini regardless.
Whatever, you're in a Lamborghini regardless. Are you with your kids, or you in an MMA gym?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Thailand? Was it just training? I see you training out there.
Yeah.
Just holiday or training?
Well, no, it's full training. I was expecting, there was, I thought this card that we're in May, I was thinking that it was going to be March. So I went out there January to get involved, to get myself fit, just in case I got the shout. And obviously I was made aware then that the card had been pushed back to May. So it was something for me to go out and experience. I've always wanted to experience Thailand since I've been out. I went out there, it was an amazing experience. First time, yeah, and it won't be my last as well. I'll be potentially going out to finish, to get a solid month in on the lead up to this fight as well.
So why Thailand? Is it just for Muay Thai out there? What's the reason for it?
I just, I've been through a lot in life. I've been in this career for a long time, and I've trained in England for a lot of my life, and I feel like going out to Thailand is just peace of mind. So there's not too many phone calls because there's 7 hours ahead. I get more time to relax and just focus on the actual skill and the craft, which is MMA. There's some solid training partners out there. The routine and the timetable at the gym is solid, and it's just somewhere that I see as, you know, we have fighters, boxers used to go to Big Bear. Yeah. For me, this is my Big Bear. You know, I go out there and I train with some of the best wrestlers in the world, some of the best strikers in the world, mix it with them, test myself with them. So it's just more of a testing ground and somewhere that I can go and, like I said, focus and get ready for the next one.
So how long were you in Thailand for?
A month.
So talk me a typical day. And we always see that you on some bed, but that's just a picture. You're grafting. No one sees the graft.
Yeah, yeah.
They see you in a Lamborghini, but they don't see the graft. Tell me a typical day in Thailand.
So, a typical day would be up at 6 o'clock, having something to eat by 7. Letting that settle by 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm in the gym first session. On a Monday it'll be probably strength and conditioning, and then then you go have something to eat, go back to your hotel, rest, relax, and then you go again, and it's sparring at 4 o'clock. And then if you have a tough sparring session, then you might do yoga at night. So, there's 30 sessions on a day, and if I'm at home at Manchester Top Team, I'll come and do the pro session in the morning. And I'll do my own, whether it's strength and conditioning, yoga, or I might go and do wrestling down at Salford Wrestling Academy. So it's, when it's fight camp time, we're doing double sessions, not necessarily all hard, but we're consistently getting skill work in to keep the mind fired up and focused. So, 10, it goes based on how I feel, maybe 9 to 11 sessions a week.
So Tony's your uncle?
That's correct.
So Tony's probably one of the most underrated coaches in the world.
Yeah.
To be fair, what he's done with Brendan.
Yes, of course.
Mohammed Makiev he's involved with.
Well, no, he's done bits with Mo. Yeah, he does bits with Mo at Champs Camp. But obviously, my Uncle Tony's been the reason why, in terms of the striking and everything that we're doing, in terms of me being a fighter, and obviously by me being a fighter, me and Brendan, I introduced Brendan to my uncle Anthony, and
Brendan Lockley.
Yeah, that's correct. I introduced Brendan to my uncle. Them two when I went away.
How long was that?
Talking when I was 18, so you're talking, I don't know, probably 15 years ago. I went away, they continued, I came out, caught back up with them, and then obviously we had the transition into All Powers, and then we Carl come in, and now we've got Manchester Top Team. So to be honest with you, it's kind of been from my uncle Anthony. He's been a fundamental part of us being where we are, and he's underrated in the sense of, on the local circuit everybody knows who he is, but from a worldwide notoriety, he will get his recognition, and that's something that we're focused on. And so the more fights we win and the bigger we get, obviously the bigger he gets.
His skill set, I think, is striking. Is it boxing particularly?
No, he started in it was a form of I wouldn't say it was just an all round, it was more of a mixed martial arts street style that he became a fifth dan in. So he did groundwork, boxing work, kick, karate work, and he just devised a good system that he's got, and his system's what's got us to where we are now.
And I always believe there's certain, and I say this a lot in my interviews, there's certain coaches who want the limelight.
Yeah.
There's certain coaches who don't.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't want the limelight. No. That's the sign.
Yeah, well, with Anthony, he's just bothered about if his fighters win fights, if his fighters are happy. As long as his fighters are happy, they're winning, then he's happy with it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's still good for him to get a bit of recognition. That's something we're focused on doing as well.
So your style, you'd say you're striking predominantly. Or has it evolved? When you first started?
I'm just a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm not necessarily into doing your jiu-jitsu submission stuff, but I'm a fighter. I come to stand and bang, and if it needs to get into a wrestle, or if it needs to get a bit gritty into ground and pound or cage work, that's me.
See, that's what I love. I like fighters you want to fight.
Yeah.
Like that mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have jiu-jitsu and you have Muay Thai, so you have specialists in certain areas. But for me, I'm a fighter's fighter. I want someone to get in there and fight. And I think when it gets in the trenches, that's when you excel, I believe.
Yeah, the trenches is where I find myself, and the sooner I can get there in a fight, the better for me. I'm not bothered about the trenches. I've been there many times, and we're focused on implementing the trenches in all of our fights moving forward. So, but sometimes, don't get me wrong, I've had to do in some fights to win when I've had to use my brain and identify that other fighters are sharp in certain areas. So,
do you think what is the goal for
Bellator champion? Bellator champion. Defend the belt a few times, and then obviously, retire from the sport, a champion, and then focus on my business and raising my boys.
Your business, so Bad, I always wanted to know the connection with Bad. That's your business, Bad?
Yeah, my business, yeah.
And it's a clothing brand.
It's a clothing brand.
I've got to say you built it phenomenally.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I see it all the time. Might get attracted to yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Depends how you edit this interview. If it looks good, then maybe we'll sort something out.
No, but how have you got involved in that? Like how? Because I love marketing myself, I love promotion. You're a fighter.
Yeah.
But the fighting comes with promotion. The people who do well, I want to say well, who can pay the bills and fight, are the people who know how to promote. You know how to promote. So do you think that translates from your fighting? How did you get into the marketing? That's because it is marketing.
I just realised that if I believe in something, then I need to talk about it, and if I talk about it, I dress well. People know I have good style, so I dress well. And then if I'm creating something and I stand by it, then it's just one of them things that people are going to get involved with, and that's what's happened with the brand. I've put a lot of, don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of strategical marketing approach that's been put into the brand, but the brand itself is what it is. It's a strong brand, and we've got a loyal team of people that support us and that have stayed with us from the beginning. And we've got some big things coming for the brand, some big announcements coming. So just stay tuned for that as well. That'll be over in the next couple of days.
I want to know, what's your favourite film?
Oh, Training Day.
What's your worst film?
Worst film? I just don't like any form of soccer films. I'm not into
Home Alone.
Home Alone's good.
That's my favourite film.
No, I like Home Alone. Home Alone's legendary film, but I just don't like any emotional girlfriend, boyfriend films. I'm not into them at all.
Who was your favourite fighter growing up? When you first looked at MMA, our boxer fighter, who was that person you thought?
Rampage Jackson, Lee Murray. Lee Murray, Rampage Jackson, and I'd probably say George St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre, why George St. Pierre?
Just because he was an all-rounder. I mean, he had everything in the bag, and I just looked at him as like a bit of a superhero in the cage. He could do everything.
So I wanted a message to someone young, growing up, getting into the sport, come from a bit of a bad background, bad surroundings. How do you get out of that?
Focus. Identify with a good team of people that you want to stay around. Go and feel out a few gyms. Then when you understand where you want to be, then you need to be the hungriest person in the class. You need to understand that this road is hard. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be testing times, but if you stick to it, dig deep and work hard and be the hardest worker in the gym, then the possibilities are endless for yourself. So that's my message to the guys.